Welcome back to another, gee, I was like way off the camera there, to another Sword Art Online review. Today is episode 4 for Alicization. Let's just get
Oh,
that out.
oh boy.
English is hard. Anyway, I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
Together we're Couch Shot. As always, we are anime viewers only, no source material, and we're going to discuss the episode and give our scores at the end. You ready to
Yes, let's
jump
do
into
it.
this? Yeah, let's pick up right off the bat with the goblins, because we gotta take care of them so we can save Selka. So he comes up with a plan to, knock them into the fire and stuff, and then grab the sword to kill the big dude.
Right.
And he happens to know the goblins don't like the light from that thing.
That is
I don't know how he knows that.
That's a very strange weakness to not like the light to that specific thing. Because it's not like they didn't like the light to the fire. It's just like that specific thing.
And Kirito somehow knew. In this world he doesn't have any memories of.
Right.
And you could say, oh, maybe it's similar to goblins and other things, but goblins aren't always the same from one to the next, so it's not
yeah, I see what you're saying. It's just weird that it's a light from that plant. I'd be more scared of a fire than that plant, right?
Yeah, but he grabs that sword, and then instantly he knows how to use the sword skills.
Can I say just something super funny? How he threw a sword to Yu-Gi-Oh! If he can throw the swords that fast and accurate, why didn't he just start dope rocking? Did you see how he threw that? He was just and it shot right next to you.
I will say the animation's pretty on point.
Okay, if we may criticize this show a lot, but its animation it's pretty much amazing. I will say the animation is legit amazing.
When he was fighting the big guy and he did that twirly thing through the air to get out of the way and stuff, I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
Looking badass.
I'll give mad props to the animation. There's no way I can criticize that. It does look cool. There are some story elements though that I feel like we'll talk about.
Yeah, he does get hit, and of course he feels pain, unlike he has in the other ones. And I think that has a lot to do with this one. Is not exactly virtual because it is using your brain, and if your brain perceives something, that will cause that stimulation for you to actually feel it. So I don't know if anyone's I've had dreams where I had a dream where I was stabbed in the sword and I woke up with a sharp pain in that area where I got hit in the dream. It's just it happens when your brain starts perceiving stuff.
Right.
So that's how I'm gonna take that.
I will say I did really enjoy the first 8 minutes. The whole goblin section. Yeah, it was weird how he had automatic mastery of a sword and this.
And he brought out a new skill in this new world.
That was,
where he doesn't know how to use the thing very well or anything.
Right, that was very strange. I will say there's two things I really liked about I liked when he was fighting the big ogre and he legit was terrified because it wasn't like a regular Sword Art Online where Kirito just whoops the rat. Clearly he still did really well, but he was actually legit about to lose and got legit terrified. So we actually saw a scared Kirito for once, which is different.
Which is kind of weird considering he doesn't know what the consequences are yet. As in
but that was
Sword Art, he didn't quite.
That was gonna bring me to the second point. The fact that he felt that much pain kinda establishes the risk, because maybe it's okay, if he feels this much pain, maybe everything is serious. So it's okay, maybe I have to be careful, which I think that's what led him to be so terrified. It's I got hit once and I'm in super pain. If I get killed, I don't know how it's gonna feel or what's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah, that's true for sure, because we don't know quite yet what will happen, and it's he doesn't know. It's more if I've never felt this pain that I did in any of the other virtual things. But Yu-Gi-Oh, this time he has to return the favor. Kirito brought him out of it in the beginning, Now he's got to bring Kirito out, and he goes in. It doesn't turn out well for Yu-Gi-Oh! As he gets. I was about to,
Right.
I was about to be so pissed if he died. I was like, oh great, we spent all that time cutting a fucking tree, and he dies. Like
Right.
we don't even finish
I'm
it.
just gonna say he probably should have died. Just the way he got smacked with that giant sword and it only did like a cut. I feel like that thing would just split him in half. Like legit. Like he's gone.
It did trigger him to get his like memories back.
Right, that was interesting how he like remembered old.
Yeah, it's not like he was young when those memories happened. So, because he would have been like 11 or something like that, because he's like 17, 18 now. So it's not like, yeah, so something has to be going on in this world where he would have forgot that.
Right, because even Kirito brings it up later too. He's like,
yeah,
like
right after Yu-Gi-Oh remembers, Kirito remembers.
right.
But he does finish off the giant goblin thing, and then, you know, he brings in Selka. And Selka's like, oh, I can't heal him. I'm not Alice. And it's like, bitch, shut up. Your friend has died. At least try something.
Right.
Don't just be like, oh, I'm not capable. It's like, do something. What is wrong with you?
Right. This kind of
yeah,
felt
be like,
I don't
he
know.
was here to save you, not Alice, or something like that. That was enough to turn her around and, you know, actually do something. But then we got, you know, the Alice spirit. That's just some more. Like, okay, let's just bring that in there where she's like, oh, I'm at the top of the cathedral. Come save me.
Right.
I guess he needed some guidance where to go. So they already were planning on going there. So it was kind of weird that the spirit was just brought here randomly.
I'm actually really surprised too that Selka just, you know, insta-healed Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know. It was just when someone's like, oh, I can't do it. There's no way I can do it. And then they do it and they look like they did it pretty easily. Like all she did was like, all right, transfer some health, basically. I was like, you made a big deal of that, and you just easily did it. That's just me.
No, I felt the same way, actually. Some of this just felt like, all right, let's just get this bullshit out of the way so we can get them on their journey, right? It's like, that's how a lot of it felt to me. And of course, they kind of leveled up fighting the goblins. I just spat a little bit. They leveled up so they could have, you know, higher control and they can use the fancy sword.
Right.
That's
another thing that felt kind of just, I don't want to say rushed, but like one goblin fight where Kirito didn't even win, and he went up what, like 11, 9 authority levels or something.
Because he was at 35.
He was at 30 something,
and it required 46.
Right. So he went up like between 6 and 10. I don't know the exact number, but I feel like that's significant, yeah, for one fight.
I guess, yeah. Maybe those goblins were really tough goblins or something. But
I mean,
Kirito
they did take the big goblin out, I guess, together. They got that shared XP.
Because we don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh's was beforehand.
Right.
Because now he's able to use the sword.
Yeah.
But, you know, and... You know, Yu-Gi-Oh asks Kirito to teach him. After some training, they cut down that damn tree. They finally hit that 99 wood cutting. They had to switch from an axe to a sword.
Right.
But they were able to do it. Everyone in the town was happy because apparently that was the greatest wish of the founders to cut down the tree. Yes, we founded a town to cut down the tree.
Interesting.
Which, what's even more interesting, why would they only have one person cutting the tree if that was their greatest wish? Why wouldn't they be like, all right, you're calling. These 20 people you're calling is cutting down the tree. And your future generations cutting down the tree, right? If that's their greatest wish. Because that's what they said. You guys said our greatest wish of our founders. Well, it doesn't seem like it if you guys weren't trying hard.
Also, your reward...
300 years of one guy cutting it at a time.
Also, your reward for completing your calling is just to pick another calling.
Yeah.
How lame is that?
That is pretty lame. They didn't even give them a list. They're like, pick your calling. They're like, do I have a list to choose from? Like, what kind of callings are out in this world? Can I choose, like...
Can it be, like, eat a
Explorer?
delicious meal a day? Or something?
Can I pick, like, Explorer or something like that? Because, like, he chose Swordsman. And it was like, oh, right, what defines what a swordsman can do? Because he's like, oh, I want to travel the city. But they already had that other guy who was a swordsman in their town or whatever. He doesn't seem like he gets to go travel.
Right. I don't know. I want to be an adventurer, I guess. The calling thing, I
It's
figured
like,
they'd
give me a
just be like,
list.
all right, you can do whatever you want. You beat your calling or
Yeah,
complete
no,
it.
you got to pick another job. It's like we were talking last episode. What if your calling's like, a baker? You can't finish being a baker. You're
Right.
stuck being that.
Right. And how would the people know you get to choose? Was that just a rule made up?
Probably.
Because I was about to say most callings seem like they're like lifetime, pretty much.
Yeah, apparently, well, his was expected to be lifetime, I
Yeah.
guess, along with the next 10 million years. Uh,
His next like 30
but
generations.
but they met Kirito, so he was able to cheat. But yeah, you got to choose your next job because
Exciting. Exciting. You beat your job now. Pick a
at
new
least
one.
at least it doesn't switch him to being a normal lumberjack and cutting down regular trees.
Yeah, true. Good point.
Thank you for cutting down the big ones. Now you got to cut down the
Cut
regular
down
small.
all the small ones.
All right, time to disband this town. We're all going our own way. We accomplished our founder's greatest wish.
All
Like,
right.
okay. Uh, but yeah, their journey begins,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
pretty much the end of it. It's like, oh, journey
yeah. We had a
begins.
party because we cut down a tree. We're happy. Get out of here. Oh, by the way, Silka, you ain't Alice. Okay, I get it now.
Jesus. Yeah, that's true.
That's
That is true.
basically how the conversation went. I just
Yeah,
simplified it.
I thought they
Uh,
already established that too in the cave, but you know.
Got to bring it back up at the party. Um, jump into scores.
Sure.
Honestly, yeah, like you said, like the combat was really good and everything, and then Kirito feeling fear. But outside of that, I don't know. I'd give it like a 5 for me. I thought it was a kind of average episode outside of that. Like some of it just seemed like kind of plot convenience or kind of bullshitty, especially like Alice's spirit coming into him, like helping them and stuff. And it's like, oh, come find me on this top cathedral. Okay, she's just going to project this out of this place where she's supposedly locked up and stuff.
Right.
And especially when you have all these super people that can watch everything and just eye everything. It's kind of weird that would happen. You know, Selka was kind of a thing. Hopefully she's just kind of done. Kind of boring.
I don't think she's
I'm
gonna
just
be
ready to
done.
move on to the next part. The next part I'm excited for. With them
Right.
actually and getting out there. That's just what we needed to get to.
Right. Um, I'll say 6. I did really enjoy the first like half. I'll say the two things they established, like how it, I guess the risk is higher, and like, you know, Kirito showing his fear. Those were good. We still don't really have a reason, I guess you could say. Like, obviously the goal is to save Alice, but we don't have like a reason to save Alice because he became friends with Yu-Gi-Oh. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does this
Yeah.
relate to him being stabbed in episode 1? It's like, does that save him? Like, you know what I'm saying? I guess that whole
Yeah.
scene kind of just threw me off. It's like him being stabbed. How does this relate? It would have made more sense if it's just like, oh, I'm going through these trials and I need to save Alice or something to complete it or something like that. But like they threw in that, whatever. That's episode 1. But yeah, the second there were some moments where it
Yeah,
kinda,
we still don't have an end goal of like why. And honest, that's what I'm saying. Like, they said this is going to be 4 cores. Like if we spend 4 cores getting towards Alice, I'm wondering if it's going to be like the other ones where it's like the first half is this and then the next half is
yeah.
something else, or is it going to be 4 cores of trying to get to Alice? It's like I don't.
Right. But yeah, there were some kind of like very, I guess, accelerated moments, like him being so obviously he's good with the sword from SAO, but like him pulling out these sword techniques. That
Yeah,
I guess he
because
just
there's
knew.
no way it's going to translate from one to one, especially since this doesn't borrow from the mainframe that SAO and all those other games are part of. If I recall them talking about episode 1, because it's a whole different like technology because it goes through the brain waves and everything, or
Right.
what are those frac lights or whatever they're called. So yeah, it is
But
kind
yeah,
of
I thought it was fun. I am excited to see further.
yeah.
I'm
The
glad
rest
we
of it,
finally
I think I'm
got
more.
out of the village and
Yeah,
got
we're
rid
no
of that.
longer cutting a tree. We finally, hallelujah,
We got rid of
chop
that
that
goddamn tree.
down.
But yeah, hopefully, I still want to know like, because when you show me something early on, and then just ignore it for a while, that's concerning to me. Especially when it's something life threatening to our main character, and it's just like not brought up again. It's just I don't know, it's just strange to me, I guess. Cause like if they just showed him getting in the machine and like him going back to his testing, I wouldn't even have a question. Like, but the fact they showed him in peril danger, like, and him getting hit by something that will kill him, and then not, I don't know. It's weird to not bring it up again, in my opinion. But all right, that's it. That's it.
That's so
Spiel time.
as always, if you want to choose your next calling, I'm choosing it for you. It's hit the like and subscribe button, notification bell, and then you'll be complete with your calling. You're going to choose a better one. Hitting like, subscribe on the next episode next week. But let us know in the comments down below what you thought of the episode, what you didn't like, what you scored, anything like that. And until next time. Oh, I guess no spoilers, confirm and denying theories, as we're anime viewers only playing Puzzle. That's kind of important to get out there. So until next time now, peace out.
See you.